Cool. We are suited up, suited in, and ready to analyse what is going to be the beefiest analysis I've made so far. Hello, everyone. Welcome. Today we are going to be talking about how Faze managed to slaughter the Spirit Dragon when it came to the playoff stage quarterfinals between Faze and Spirit at the Copenhagen Major that is just recently finished. Congratulations to Na'Vi. I'll be doing a bit of an analytical review on exactly how they managed to make their run happen, and we'll be talking about the ifs and buts and the asterisks that kind of sit next to Navi's name after winning this competition, because there is an element of it where they were the weakest team going into the playoffs, and they still were the weakest team coming out of the playoffs. So we'll talk about how they managed to pull it off, and we'll talk about how Na'Vi I'll do a comparison. What I'm looking forward to doing is the comparison between how Na'Vi pulled off the most dominant run in Major history, as well as the least dominant run in Major history, which would be a cool little comparison to make between the two. However, today we are going to go in depth about how Faze managed to tame the beast of Spirit. I won't say they destroyed them. There is an element of this that's going into it that you need to remember about the two teams individually. So let's just do a quick catch up for anyone who's not sure who these two teams are. Faze is captained by Carrigan, who has obviously been there for a long time now. He's been helping Faze through since, I don't know the exact year, but 2017, 2018. Same with Rain. Rain's been there for a long time now and major MVP. So there is nothing you can do to question this man's legitimacy within the team. He may be the lowest output sometimes, but he is more than capable of performing at such a high level, especially when the stakes are so high in front of thousands of people. Same too with Frozen. He may be the youngest in the group, and or one of the youngest in the group. But he's definitely not one of the most inexperienced. Frozen has been playing on big stage arena events since he was 16, so this kid is fully capable, and actually you'll notice throughout this series, Frozen is one of the best performers. Similar story with Rops, and finally you have Brokey, who of course was brought onto this team a few years ago and has been part of Faze's dominance ever since. And Faze so far have managed to make it to the final of every single CS2 event they've attended. So there is nothing to question the legitimacy of Faze here, whereas Spirits are headed up by a 27-year-old Chopper, who is a Russian IGL who's been at it for a few years with different teams and different rosters, but he's finally managed to find one. He's found one that works wonders, and it's through the magical power of the combination of Shiro, who is ex-Gambit AWPer and MVP for many different events during the COVID period, and I believe he was on the team when they won the Dallas event with Cloud9. I could be wrong. I can't really remember that well. Not only that, but Donk as well, who, as we're all aware, just put on a record-breaking Katowice MVP performance to have a 2.0 rating of 1.7 something or other, which matches Nico's highest ever MVP rating. So hats off to him. The kid is insane, and I'll do a bit of an analysis on Donk at some point, because Donk's spray control is unreal, and I think that's exactly what I want to focus in on. And his positioning and timing, you'll notice throughout this, especially in map 3, that Donk has many opportunities where he puts himself into a position to win the round through being angles just Faze do not expect. Donk doesn't play 50-50 angels. Donk always makes sure that an angel is in his favour. But yeah, we'll go in more into it in the future. Essentially, Young Gun Spirit, who are up and on the rise, against Faze, who are trying to hold their own against what is currently deemed as the biggest team to try and beat. We're going to kick off with Mirage. We then have map 2 Nuke and the decider map of Vertigo. A couple of things to note about this. I can't remember who picked Mirage. It was Spirit. So Spirit picks Mirage. Faze pick Nuke, which you kind of expect. And map 3 Vertigo is an interesting one because it's one of Spirit's weaker maps. But more interestingly, it's Faze's Permaman map, and Faze have only played Vertigo maybe 7 times in the last 4 years. It's very surprising that they let that one slip. But we'll talk through how Faze managed to accomplish this, because I think Faze used the doubt about Vertigo to their advantage, and we'll talk about it when we get into map 3. But map 1 is going to be a bit of a skip over Faze. I will have the stream on mute the entire time, just out of courtesy of the producers and everyone who run the event. But yes, we are going to be taking a look into Mirage first, picked by Spirit. And we cut into round 1. Straight off into pistol, we have Spirit on the T side, heavy A-lane, and I think the thing to note in going into round 1 is you can clearly see just how much better at aiming Spirit are. And I feel that the issue that Spirit have with map 1, because, spoiler alert, it does not end well for Spirit on map 1, is that they don't give themselves the opportunities to win out angels that are very 50-50. Spirit have way too much patience in a lot of these matches. You'll see here, Donk, for example, double kill, nice and easy. Doubled up with whoever that was, who was by his side, Magix. Yep, pretty, for God's sake, already had an advert, good start. But you'll see here, like, the Spirit guys are just so much more confident with their aim. Chopper winning out an angel there, and finally Shiro was going to peek with Zontix, now both get the kill together, surely. Yeah, there you go. You'll see, immediately off the back of that, so confident in their ability, so confident in their aim. We're going to skip forwards a bit here because there is a technical pause. We're going into round 2. Round 2 is more of the same. I am going to skip over certain parts of the map because this is going to be a long stream, otherwise this would be like a 3-hour analysis. Long story short, Spirit get the follow-up round. FaZe did not fully invest into this round. They did get it down close. Rops picked up a gun and failed on the clutch. So Spirit 2-0 up, and coming into the third round we have a much stronger buy for FaZe than we do for Spirit. They've opted for a bit more utility, so it's probably something a bit more execute heavy here, especially considering Galil's have been chosen over AKs. There's an AK on Donk who will be the entry. You'll see here, it just little Spirit do with any map control at all. They're all crammed up into apps, sorry. Brokey with the entry pick. And Spirit just have no map control. They can't go anywhere off the back of this. Chopper's going to solo work his way into mid, but as we all know, FaZe are going to set up in a way that allows them to play trades in mid. Brokey's holding B, nice second shot from Brokey. Karrigan on this short angle. He's heard Chopper slip into. Nice, good timing from Karrigan. You'll see, I'm just letting this round play out because you'll see just how cramped Spirit make themselves during this Mirage game, and they never feel that they're quite comfortable. They're always playing into the hands of FaZe. There's always a crossfire set up from FaZe ready to take the attention away, and this is pretty much the theming of this map. And the other thing that's really important, and I'm wondering when we're going to get an entry round into it, is just how, I know we've got a weak buy there, nice and easily handled on the B site. I'm wondering when the round they're going to do it is. There's a moment here where someone flashes Rain into ramp, and they do this a couple of times throughout the whole of the game, and there's just people always being proactive from FaZe. They notice that there's just no map control being taken. You got full eco here, so there's nothing interesting going to be happening. Yeah, so this is the first round to note. You'll notice here that towards the A site, and I will use my mouse to point out a few things every so often on the minimap, you have Brokey playing towards the stairs position. Brokey's going to flash pop Rain into ramp, and Rain is going to use this as an entry kill. Beautiful work from Rain, especially on Donk. That is marvellous. But you'll see they're just playing with so much confidence. FaZe are just not letting Spirit have any map space. Zontix is immediately kept into Palace. There is no working their way back in. Spirit just have no info about A ramp, so they're just forced to go out of Palace. There's no map control elsewhere because Karrigan's managed to make his way into the app's position, so even if they push, Karrigan's going to get a kill at least. Brokey's here with the flash, but they know Brokey's been playing B, so this is really well played for Brokey, and it's a common theme for Brokey throughout all 3 of these maps, especially especially Mirage and Vertigo. Brokey is so proactive with the AWP, and I love it. If you ever want to become a better AWPer, but don't necessarily have the skill to be as good as your Monacies or your Wonderfuls, Brokey is absolutely the guy to watch. This guy is he's really good at shotgun AWPing, which is where you play close combat. But Brokey's speciality for sure is being really proactive. 3v3 situation, and they've recovered that well. I think this is a Spirit round, yeah. So round 7 I've got to note here as well is that we're going to keep an eye on this round on Rops, player number 7. I have got it noted here that Rops gets quite aggro with the map. Notices there's no ramp control being taken, there's no early utility from Spirit. You see Rops here always being proactive, always doing something. There you go, look, taken ramp control. So Rops has taken full authority of the map here, and it's forced. Well, they now know that Spirit is fully on B, so they can rotate players. They've got Brokey here rotating towards B position. They can have Rain sitting on site, hidden from connector. Rops is going to get a kill here and fall back, which is beautiful. I'll skip ahead a little bit. Rops manages to make it back onto ramp, and then just holds the aggro position. So yeah, there's just feels like there's just no coordination at all. They always lean towards this little Palace regression whenever there's no time or no other map control. It's always back towards Palace. Yeah, do excuse the consumption of water is going to be high because this is going to be a longer analysis and a lot of speaking. Rain's ready in position to receive, and it just ends up being a save. I think Shira kills Rain here. Yeah, Brokey decides better of it, backs out. That's round done. I think just the theme to notice this entire time is there's a couple of things about this and Vertigo especially really like from Faze, and I think it's how they managed to win these two maps really cleanly, is that Faze always play on their CT side, they always play in a position where they're ready to trade frags. You'll see even when Brokey peeks underpass from mid, for example, there was Rops holding window ready to swing, jump down, underpass to try and catch anyone off guard if they needed to. But it's just always coverage on all parts of the map, and anytime there isn't, Faze are using utility to keep those parts of the map held off. Carrigan on the second AWP here. I don't think there's really huge amounts of things to note coming into these next few rounds. It's kind of just Faze on a bit of a dominating tear. But you'll see in these rounds how much confidence these guys play with. Once again, an Apps lane, no map control anywhere else. There's one person lurking in mid, but there's just nothing ready to catch rotations off at all. And Spirit just not applying any aggression at any point. Dunk is the only one throughout this entire map to apply aggression on the T side, and it's really sad because there's so many opportunities for Spirit to get some good entries, or at least play the numbers game on sites to their advantage, and they're just giving Faze time to rotate, which is where Faze are comfortable. As soon as you put two Faze guys together, they're going to get 2 or 3 kills between them. So when you catch them off one by one, they're not comfortable, and that's exactly how to get into Faze's head, but Spirit just don't seem to be prepared for this at all. Yeah, just... so Spirit get around. Nice, bit of aggression in mid, this is good. See, this is what they need more of this. Bit of aggression, working together, ready to work towards what will be look like in a window jump up. Unless if for some reason they back out so much. Don't know what they're doing this for. Throw out some utility, I suppose. Yeah, this is better. I like this. And it won't win the round because there's 3 stacks here towards the A position for Faze, but if they were to win a round, this is the kind of things they want to be doing. Chop with the entry, it's beautiful. Now it's just a 2v4 situation. Carrigan and Rain. Carrigan and Rop, sorry. Magix doesn't clear properly. And that's round done. Yeah, it's just pretty standard stuff. Donk gets a good couple of kills this round. I think it's it says at the bottom, Donk 3k. 2v1 clutch. Good shot from Donk, reaggresses, and just no luck. Gonna skip through this because it's just a really dominating phase of Spirit picking up pistol and conversion, a couple of rounds here and there, but it's pretty much it. Like, this is the story of Mirage. Spirit shows so much promise on pistol rounds with their aim and ability, and then as soon as we get into gun rounds, they're just playing too much hesitation. Yeah, so for anyone who's not aware, Donk's specialty in Mirage is this CT play in mid. Nice, good job from Shiro. Donk gets really aggressive in mid a lot. You'll notice when the rifles come out, Donk will be pushing mid all the time as soon as he's got an AK. Yeah, even in my notes here, I've got once again CT side pistol on round 13 is strong for Spirit. The clear better aimers just not applying themselves in positions to win rounds based on aim, and this is just the sole issue that Spirit have. And Spirit should be abusing this on T side because obviously M4 is a 2-tap to kill to the head, and AK the 1-tap, so they should be abusing this AK advantage they have on T side, but they just never do it. Gonna skip past this round here because it's just a follow-up Felico round for Faze. No bomb plant means that they're not going to buy any guns. So back into a first full gun round. Ooh, Shiro thumbing the events here. Default mollies. This kill from Chopper is incredible work. So Chopper should be dead to rights here. Rops can swing him and he's got the better gun. There's just every opportunity. So Chopper manages to get smoke off and he should be dead here. But that jump spray from Chopper is mad. It's so good. Oh, is this the... Okay. So, we're getting to the part which is a strong note here. So, Magix pushes apps. Once again, winning an angel. Like I said, Spirit, so clearly the better aimers of these two teams. Gets information on the second guy in apps. This activates Donk. So Donk, you can see here, is going underneath, and he's going to hold them in place. Can't allow them to rotate because there's 59 seconds on the bomb. On the clock. Frozen's rotating in with the bomb. And Donk just pushes way too early. This is so early. Frozen's holding it. But this is it. Round's done because synchronized kills here. Ready, Brokey and Frozen getting a kill each. That's it. That's round done. Yeah, Donk's push there is way too early. But it's just, once again, evidential proof showing the fact that Harrigan's calling is far more confident and calculated than Chopper's. I assume Chopper's telling Donk to get more aggressive there. They've called a timeout. So maybe not, I could be lying. But yeah, Donk's got overly aggressive when he doesn't need to be. He just needs to wait for them to go into apps and wait for Magix to take contact, and then you've got a flank. You should be able to kill one of the guys in apps. It should be nice and easy. But Donk over-aggressing. It's just... There's letting them off the leash to win name jewels, and then there's this. It's just disappointing from Spirit. I will say though, the one thing that I will give to Donk in this situation, that he is the only one who takes these aggressive stances on the match, and it's what Spirit need in order to win. It's just shame it's not well coordinated like Faze is doing. You can see that all of these pushes that Faze are doing are well calculated, they're well timed. They're not waiting to the last 30 seconds on the clock to do palace pops or whatever it is that they're doing. They're gaining slow map control, they're working their way through it. They know that Donk gets aggressive into mid, so Brokey's holding for the push. This is perfect. This is exactly what Faze need to be doing. I will say later on this round as well. So this round ends up going the way of Faze pushing up towards A, Kerrigan gets a kill here. Wow, I've just realised the timing from Zontix here is super lucky in his favour on Kerrigan. Okay, so to put context in this scenario, here's what you should do. Every single scenario in this situation, unless you are able to isolate the bomb planter on his own, or you are aware of the location of the two players and they're completely spread out across the map, always wait for your teammate here. I know there is 7 seconds on the clock, but the chances are the AWPer is holding his teammate. There is no way you can win this by running out and trying to stop the bomb planter. It's not going to happen, okay? Wait for your teammate, play the 2v2. Which is exactly what Donk's done. So Donk has done, so perfect. And I'm going to point it out as it happens here, because this really frustrates me the whole game. Donk dies. Zontix has positional knowledge of Brokey. And calling it now, Zontix is absolutely the reason that Spirit are losing these quintessential maps. And it's because this Zontix takes this fight or flight stance, which is, I'm going to call him out on it, because he said when in Katowice, he said he doesn't understand how people freeze on the big stage, because it just didn't happen for him. Well, it's happened here. Zontix just takes no aggression at all. He's so lackadaisical about every single retake and every single clutch scenario, and he just gets inside of his own head. He just isn't prepared for any clutch. You see here, Zontix gets tagged up, right? But hold on, let me just sit behind triple. I'm not going to get aggressive against the AWPer, I'm not even going to try anything. I'm just going to wait for him to jiggle me and get an easy angel. There's no time left on the bomb. There's no opportunities for me to do anything. Brokey's already run away because he's running around. There's no ninja because he doesn't have a kit, and he dies to the bomb. Zontix gets so into his own head this whole game, and it's just embarrassing. But yeah, we'll be seeing more of this on Vertigo. It's really clear on Vertigo just how much of a sore point Zontix is for this team on in this match. I'm going to skip forward a couple of rounds here because there's nothing too special that happens. Just a couple of clean rounds from Faze and one for Spirit. Spoiler alert, last round the Spirit win, and it's rather disappointing because now you've got this eco buy from Faze, right? Rops has body armor, no head armor with an AK. Frozen has head armor and a Tech 9. There's a Tech 9 on Rain but no armor. There is a Deagle on Brokey with no armor, and Kerrigan is on a Glock, right? There is no world in which Spirit should be losing this. Should be the easiest round of the entire game. This is one of the only times Spirit put Faze on their backs in terms of the economy, besides the second round after the pistols. The only time this happens, right? And they let it fall through, and it's really disappointing. Yeah. Donk, right here. So I talked about earlier, every time that Brokey did an underpass peak, there was someone ready to trade him. There's no one in window right here. You could absolutely make the argument that Magix and Shiro or Magix, one of the two, is completely pointless right now. Zontix is on short, so short is covered. Apps needs to be covered by one person. It is the tightest angle in the entire map, and it only needs to be covered by one individual. Why are there two people covering the same angle? Shiro should be window helping. Donk peeks underpass, dies. Zontix has no result here, pushes out and dies. Because he feels pressured to take an angel in that scenario to not let them have mid. 3v5, and surprise, surprise, they're just going to let him grab the gun off of Donk. Now there's two AKs in the equation. There's window control. Frozen may have the peak on Magix, probably not. He might jump spot it. Shiro's got no coverage. There is no awareness from anyone on Spirit right now that Rops could be in window, which he absolutely is. Kerrigan pushes short, gets the kill. Oh, sorry, Frozen gets the kill on Magix. Rops is already CT, gets the kill. That's it. Round done. It's just embarrassing. that is the most embarrassing round in the entire map. That's pretty much it, by the way. I'm just going to leave it here because this next round is just a weak buy from Spirit. They've got no utility, no guns, no opportunities. Nice little trade attempts here. There's one in window with 2 people playing off to trade, and then there's one towards a ramp with 2 people playing to trade. And Magix is just jump spotting B, so there's good info here for anyone if they decide to push. But yeah, just abysmal. It's really poor showing from Spirit, and this was the map that they needed to come back from. Yeah, anyway, map 1 down. Move on to map 2, which is Nuke. So in between maps, for anyone who isn't aware, you're going away and you get like a 15 to 20 minute break. So Spirit need to go away, have a team talk and come back at exactly how they want to approach this. They're starting the CT side of Nuke, which is one of the strongest sides of any maps in the map pool. So good opportunity here to bounce back. Let's see how they do it. So this round, what I'll note to you guys is that for this entire for the entire first map, I said that the clearest, stronger team in terms of aimers was Spirit. The one person on Faze who absolutely saves the day for them is Frozen. We're just going to pay attention to the fact that we are 15 seconds into the round. We're at 1 minute 39. There is 1:55 is when it starts, right? Frozen already has 2 kills. Frozen came in and got the most insane entry picks you've ever seen, and will follow it up with 2 more kills on the retake. Frozen is such a cut above in comparison to the rest of Faze. This guy feels so fresh in a team which just feel a bit stale sometimes. Beautiful. I'm so glad that Frozen has been added to Faze because he just slots in so nicely. Come on, keep on Frozen. Clean, ready? 1, 2. It's beautiful. Frozen is such a good player. I want to see these. Yeah, I want to see these replay kills. Look at this. 1, 2. It's so clean from Frozen. There's so many adjustments that needs to be made. His crosshair isn't ready on any of these players, and he's just taken it by storm. So well played. Just keep an eye here on the minimap because I want to emphasize just how much map control Faze take. Same with Mirage, once again, on Nuke. Even on a map that's as constricted on the T side as Nuke is, Faze are always poking and prodding to see where the gaps are in the defense, because quite often, more than not, you'll notice that Spirit have 2 people towards ramp, which is usually a 1-man position. Early round, the way that you should play Nuke, if you're ever playing CT side defaults, is that you should have 2 people on A, 1 playing from Heaven or on top of Hut, and 1 person playing from Main or Fake Fence. And they should be covering Hut and Squeaky Door. You have 2 people early ramp in order to use early utility to start off any rushes that are going to be coming through. And then you have your AWP player who is playing from Hell here in the position you can see Shiro playing. Will rotate to outside to help the outside player who probably has taken an Angel because Yard is such an important side of the map for T's to take. But this is where the experience of Faze really shines through, because you get to see just how, like, they get to poke and prod and see how they're going to play this entire half. I mean, it's not very representative because you have a 4-player stack on the ramp. You can see here there's no early aggression. They know they're on a full eco, but there's just no one's overstepping the mark on Faze at any point. Everyone's ready to play defaults, play trades. It's just so smart. The way that played this game against Spirit is so good. And yeah, they found the gap. You'll notice here. Oh, Rain spotted 1. Carragans are going to push through here, as well as Rops through Huts. So they're taking A together. They're ready to trade if need be. Rain's going to stay here, but he knows that he's killed the outside. Perfect. And it looks like Spirit are just going to do a bit of a late retake. Or just hold this position for no reason whatsoever. Yeah, Karragan farms a few eco frags, that's pretty much around. It's another thing that I noticed with Faze as well, is that everyone's playing a pack mentality. You got one lurker, but the rest of the team is always working together. Really good utility from Faze onto A there, it's beautiful. But even in this lower buy round, look at this pack mentality, it's beautiful. It's like watching old school Heroic. And yeah, round's going to go against them just because they've got the weaker weapons. There was a nice bait and switch there set up from Shearer and Zontix. Karragan's going to overstep the mark. Rops is in a position where he feels uncomfortable, so he's not going to try and trade. Oh, Chop got info, and I think Rain did as well. But yeah, as I've mentioned before, you'll notice this round again, they just left they left Donk to play outside on his own. And I know Chopper is in towards the main position, but there's very little support for Donk outside. You can obviously tell they're very comfortable to have him as their big player, who doesn't need any assistance. Nice attempt for Rops, but it's going to be short-lived. So, clean round here. The one thing I will say that I like about the Spirit defense on Nuke is that it's very push and pull mentality. Spirit are quite happy to give up some areas of the map. You'll see here. So a lot of teams would usually be spamming through smokes outside to try and get some frags. And I don't know if Shearer is doing this here. Yeah, so Shearer's trying to get through, get a frag, but there's no one on the aggression. They're all playing defensive. They're all ready to trade each other. And I think this is why the Wolfpack mentality works so well for Faze against Spirit, because you've got so much of this space being handed over by Spirit. It's a very regimented team that don't give up any space. Nice work from Donk. Shearer should have a free kill here. Yeah, nice. Oh, nice from Donk. That's so clean. Yeah, not too much to note on for the next few rounds. I'm just going to skip ahead a bit. If I'm honest, the Spirit CT side is pretty boring to watch. They're just really well regimented. It's kind of similar-esque to Virtus Pro without it being the full save every single round rubbish. You'll see here they're just racking up rounds. Yeah, 7-2. So we get to round 11. That's where I've got a note of the next thing coming in. And I want to just pay attention to how clinical Rain is in this round. So good. Rain is so in it for the team, and it's so beautiful to watch because you'll have Rain will go 2 and 7 like this. You can see Rain on the right hand side here, clearly the weakest player right now for FaZe Clan, and he's the guy that takes outside control, right? And then Rain will just have these rounds where he just wins you around once every 6 to 7 rounds. Rain will do something insane. This is beautiful from Rain. This shot onto Shiro is something else. So, few rounds now that FaZe Clan have been taking this opportunity to take this outside control, which is what they've been doing, but they've been cautious of Donk in main. But instead, they're going to try and go down secret. Every day of the week, Shiro should win this, right? You have to bear in mind a few years ago, this guy was the 3rd best AWPer in the world. Arguably the 2nd, or not the 1st because Simple was around. Rain gets that kill. It's so beautiful. I'm going to watch it twice. It's so clinical from Rain. Chopper's scared to do down vents because they've already lost map control. There's nothing Spirit can do here. Zontix needs a multi-frag, but he's going to get aggro for no reason. This is Rain again. What an incredible headshot! The smallest of caps that we see from Rain there, and he's got it. But yeah, once again, Zontic's faltering. I've not even got this in my notes. I've just noticed this while I was watching it again. Zontic's just unnecessary pressure. Just sit on site, go somewhere, get a couple of kills, because you know that they're gonna have to clear so many angles. If you try and push there, Rain has one angle to clear, and it's you. Yeah, this is nice from Frozen. He's very much taken what Twist's role was on FaZe Clan, which is this outside lurker. And then you'll see Rops is the lobby lurk. And this should nice Rain with the third kill. Oh, I don't even know if they're gonna save here. No, they're not. Okay. Once again, nothing massive to say here. Donk gets a multi-kill, but that's classic Donk things. You can see just how good Donk is, 11 and 6. I'll let it play out just so you can see Donk's prevalence within the team. One kill. Donk swung whilst getting the nade down and got a double, so it's beautiful. Oh, this is actually really close from Brokey, and he almost wins this out, but he peeks Shiro and Shiro kills him. Okay. So yeah, 8-4. Fairly standard kind of half you'd expect from the CT side. On Nuke. This round is gorgeous, so FaZe know at this point, FaZe know at this point that 90% of the time Spirit have been running these execute heavy strats, right? Zero chance they're going to run in. They know it's not going to happen. Rain, God bless the man. Where is he? 6. Alright, outside, right? Rain's initiative to push is so good. Rain is pushing red box. Outside, outside, outside. Chopper's not watching for it. Because he's lining up utility. Ready for the execute. Rain just completely saves the day there because they're forced to go into this execute without the assistance of the utility. It's so well played. God, Rops, that was a snap and a half. Yeah, really well played from Rain that round. We're going to skip forward ahead around because the second Felico round is never really interesting. Yeah, this is beautiful. So, a little explanation of what's going on as it's going on. There is a fast smoke wall that's going on outside. Chopper is going to push through the molly and take the attention away for Brokey, who is going to be rotating because they will absolutely know that someone's just run all the way down into secret. Chopper holds the brakes here because Chopper knows if he goes any further and he dies, no one's going to be ready for this. Frozen is repositioned into fake vents to be careful of this push because he knows that Donk will probably have got close here, but Donk's gone silent into main. So they've completely lost outside control. They've got no opportunities here. Donk slid into main. And you'll see Zontix and Donk push at the exact same time and take A site here. It is so beautiful. So well played. Anyway, yeah, off the back of that, it's pretty much round, isn't it? Like, there's not really much anyone could do. FaZe do classic FaZe thing, save the numbers game. Beautiful. Once again, I will keep pointing this out because I said it in Mirage as well. Brokey is so proactive. Gone outside last round, didn't manage to find anything. He's pushed up. Look how far he has gone forwards. Brokey is 0, right? Look at the little 0 up here. This is ramp room. Brokey has pushed all the way around into the trophy ready to take the aggression off of someone. Like, he is fully aware that they know his position. But Brokey is more than happy to push up there, and I love that. I love that about Brokey. His AWP style works so well within this team because they need someone to be taking this aggression. Or they need someone to be this proactive, and it's Brokey. Brokey is everywhere all the time, and it's beautiful. Oh, hello. The biggest flummox from Robs, by the way. That should not have been a lost angel. And Robs does look a little bit lost a few times in this game, which is very sad, but... Nice, really good job from Spirit, a bit more up-tempo. And you'll see, once again, when Spirit give themselves this chance to win rounds based on their angels, they're really bloody good at it. But yeah, Spirit following up the fact that Brokey fell back, they knew that Brokey was going to reposition. If anyone's getting that aggressive on ramp, it's so obvious there's going to be two people there, and they've just used that opportunity of one person backing off to just know that they could trade their way in and go straight to B. It's really well played from Spirit. Have got a note here to mention. Ooh, hello, I've gone too far. And yeah, this is really nice as well because a lot of the rounds so far have been really execute heavy on outside and A, which has been so like prevalent for Spirit. But they switch it up on this little pocket strat round where they've got weaker weapons and they push through ramp, especially after knowing that Brokey's backed off the position. It's really nice little switch up and a switch of pace as well for Spirit because they're really quite well calculated often, and then they've just completely changed it up that round. Once again, Spirit put themselves into a position to win the round based off of aim. Donk knows he's going to beat Rain in that situation. It's so beautiful. And there's so much aggression. Zontix is already down vents behind a smoke, and he's already got Frozen down to 13 HP. It's beautiful. This is so well played. However, you see where Faze's strong point is in a second, because Shira goes down. Frozen refuses to push, right? Frozen is just taking this opportunity to wait for his teammates to rotate, give his teammates as much time as possible to strike at the exact same time, which is exactly what they do. Robs doesn't push through the smoke. Brokey takes the angel, Robs pushes. It's so well played, and both the teams that round are playing the CS that they want to, which is this little coordinated aggression out of Spirit, and the CS that they should be playing. And then Faze should play off of this trade mentality, the little like grouping that they've got on their CT sides is so strong. Faze are all about the crossfires, and Spirit are all about the aim. It's beautiful. I think that round is one of the biggest obvious examples of this whole, of how they work. I will say that round as well is that once again you'll see how good Rain's damage is with utility outside. It's really, really strong. Rain is always mollying off and managing to get these guys down to half HP if they push through the molly, because they're just keeping all of their smokes for these smoke walls. See what I mean? He's had to walk through a molly in order to try and get Brokey off position and died to it. And already they're a man up, which is perfect. That's all you need. Once again, this little thing, I guarantee anyone on Spirit here would not do what Rops is about to do. Rops plays defensive in order to allow his teammates to rotate behind him. Rops is about to jump down here, right? In every situation, he's going to jump down into dark, not seeing anyone in control room, and he's going to jump down into dark. Backs out last second, and waits for his team to come in. Plays defensive, lets Rain come in, get the double kill. It's beautiful. It's so well played from FaZe. I love the way that they play this. And Zontix is left to save. You have to do some pocket strat here. Once again, Rain's molly. This Molotov is so strong from Rain. Look, Zontix is half health. The only one with a weapon, he's half health because he knows he wants to take this aggression behind the smoke wall before it fades. It's so well played. Spirit should just hold off. They know that Faze aren't playing aggressive on this outside position because they're soloing it. They don't need to play aggressive because if they die, that's it. Outside's gone. Brokey's helping, but he's not exactly in a position to immediately trade anyone who dies out towards garage or main. Just wait out the smoke rule. Chuck it like 10 seconds later. Wait for Rain's Molly. But it's nice. It's nice to watch FaZe play so confidently because they're always peeking. It's the perfect example, right? We're not going to play aggro on ramp because we don't have any control over it. Instead, oh, it's not showing it. There's two players here ready to peek at the same time. Spirit are always peeking into two FaZe players at once, which is what is beautiful to watch. Nice. Yeah, FaZe play the CS that you should be playing. And I also like this as well. So since that Mac 10 eco round, the Mac 10 force buy round where Rops lost the Angel that he shouldn't have, every single... Oh no. What am I on about? No, sorry, the round before that is the last time that they did an A-pop. So Spirit haven't done a single A-pop at this point in a long time. I'm going to cut forwards a few rounds here actually because there's not really anything of note here. Straight into round. Oh, hello. Oh, they've not split up these two rounds. Well, I like this. So here's the thing. Spirit have just lost a few rounds, right? Last round on the board. What have they done this entire time? Well, they've attacked ramp and they've attacked outside, and neither of them are working. It's nice. It's nice, but in the same way, it's not because they're taking this opportunity now to explode onto out into A site. Yeah, it's more of a criticism more than it is a compliment. Just they wait until now to take an A-pop. It just feels like they haven't done an A-pop this whole half. They did it in like the first 3-4 rounds and just haven't done it since. It's always been ramper outside, and they finally get aggressive on A. But Brokey's positioning is very fortunate. Like, if Brokey wasn't here, probably would have lost the round. So yeah, it was a good job. It's good calling, it's good positioning from Brokey, it's good choosing. And he can absolutely be proud of himself. So round 25, the big note I've got here is that this is so unfortunate from Karrigan, right? So the molly goes down and he's chucked down a smoke on top of it. Karrigan's blinded, so he has no idea he's dying to the smallest bit of Molotov. It's ridiculous. But yeah, they're just given the round at this point. Yeah, that's so unfortunate from Karrigan. Shearer caught with the nade in hand, but Sprozen is not aware. And once again, this, like, no pressure towards the A site for the whole of the second half from Spirit. And then this, again, once again, just straight out into A, like, complete aggression, but there's no utility lineups this time. They haven't been aggressive out onto A without doing an execute so far, and they just immediately pop out. It's such a beautiful call from Chopper. This is so well played. And yeah, maybe this strapbook is wearing thin, and that's why they're, you know, forcing these random strikes into A, but it's just really well played. I see how this is Spirit's round every day of the week. Yeah, it's beautiful. They catch Karrigan out in the open because Karrigan just knows they haven't played aggressive at all, and now Karrigan has to be worried about an early site execute, so there's going to be early utility. Look, that Molotov's already been wasted onto Hut, whereas it wasn't last round. Wasted early utility already. Ooh, Karrigan with the aggression there. This is brutal. We can fire with fire. Yeah, Donk is so confident with these outside pushes. You'll see Donk is playing as 4. He knows that Rain has to tuck in and try and help with the A site because he's not seen him in Garage, right? And Rain's always been active if he's been Garage. He's always been taking the Angels. So this late smoke wall comes in again. Donk knows the tendencies of Rain. Gonna be ready for him. On the timing. It's so clean from Donk. Donk's spray control is unreal. Nice, good clear from Magic. That's round done. It's perfect T-half. I cannot criticise it at all. There was a couple of lucky moments, but realistically, the second round in particular, so well played. And I know the A-Rush is such a bog standard thing to do on Nuke, but when you haven't used it the whole of regulation, why not? It's so nice. This is where Spirit starts to get really funky with things, because Spirit decides to do this triple outside control, which is such a different strat from before, but Spirit know that FaZe have been abusing this outside control on their T-half in order to split the map in half. And yeah, here you go. FaZe walking right into it. So this is really well called from Chopper. Shiro playing around the edge of the smoke is very sketchy, but could net him an early kill, which would be nice. Oh, and now we've seen the barrel. Oh, that's so unlucky. Yeah, this whole round is kind of just really unlucky for Spirit. This could have been an easy early win. Yeah, it's really unlucky. This round is abysmal from Spirit, and I cannot criticise them enough for it. So I'll fast forward a bit and I'll put you in the situation that we're in. So just to put this into perspective, Donk has managed to get a kill, and I don't know where the other dead body is on the map, but someone else has managed to get a kill. Donk gets the kill onto Frozen, Rain dies to Chopper. In this situation, what you do is you hold the horses, you wait up, and you play the team game because you're in a 5v3, right? Unlosable. Donk, for no reason whatsoever, decides to regress outside. Why is beyond me. No one's there to trade. Shearer's caught information on the crossing, but no one's down B ready to help. No one's dropped down vents. Sontix has managed to get into position. Also 3v5 turned 2v4. It is shocking how poor this is played. Rops is catching vent rotations. Chopper's holding for vent and still doesn't kill Rops, which is ridiculous. Shearer's not ready for a trade. There is no one in this round on Spirit is playing well. This is awful. It's the biggest slip up on the entire CT side from Spirit. It's abysmal. I am going to skip 30. Nothing really tea here, just Rain being an absolute god as always. Carrigan getting overhyped. Oh my lord, I just remembered what round this is. So, oh well, I stopped on a freeze frame. Donk is in main, Sheer is playing Heaven. This angle is so difficult to clear for a rifler because you've got so many things to clear here. Shearer should get this kill every single day of the week because he knows that Rain is going to aggress outside, right? Rain's on a tear at this point. 23 to 19 as the entry is insane. I guess it's the same on the other side of the server. 24 to 20 with the entry is Donk. Impressive work. Every day of the week, this is Shearer's kill. Look at this shot from Rain. Oh my lord. Rain's impact is so unreal. Anyway, yeah, CT's left open. Donk stuck into main. Ramp's going to go for run. Yep, and that's round over. Magix is getting wrapped by Carrigan. Yep. Yeah, and then here's the thing. Here's the thing. Faze have played so well this entire time. Played for trades. They played, you know, confident but not cocky. No arrogance about it. They've been really smart with their trades. Donk gets an early kill on Rain outside. Very, very lucky. May have been on the smoke bloom. No one is coordinated. Brokey pushes through smoke for absolutely no reason, thinking that he's got some sort of miracle timing. Carrigan and Rops are in a position to trade. No, they're not, because Carrigan's pushed through smoke and died. Or Frozen, sorry. Frozen jumps down for no reason and dies. Rops tries to trade, but surprise, surprise, there's two people on site. Faze, if the other round was the 3v5 that Spirit lost, that was the worst round of their entire thing. This round was the worst round for Faze, by far. I would be calling my timeout. I don't know if Faze still have it, but if we still have a timeout right here, I'm calling it right now as Carrigan. This round is gorgeous from Spirit, by the way. They want to completely switch it up on the CT side, and this is so well done. Donk pushes in, uses the aim to his advantage, takes the distraction away from Magix, who gets the double from entry from ramp. Chopper takes control, and the round is done. Frozen tries, but yeah, no dice. It's so good from Spirit. That lobby crunch is something that you should do on eco rounds, and pretty much eco rounds only, and it's just so well done. This is also beautiful from Spirit as well, and they play this really well, so they're aware that Frozen plays towards this vent position, and as soon as Rain goes down outside or is cut off from Secret, they rotate Frozen down the vents, and they've managed to gain this knowledge because Zontix earlier in the game, you remember Zontix jumped down on top of Frozen's head in the vents. So Rain's not got any info about anyone spotting, could be crossed at any point. But once again, yeah, this smoke rule is being resurrected. Rain's forced to move to the outside position. Frozen's forced to go secret because he doesn't know if they've crossed or not, because Rain has no nade and nor does Frozen. They can't get information about by exploding up the smoke wall about if anyone's crossed. Brokey's rotated onto 8 help. Good entry kill from Brokey. Nice, and the kills come through from Shearer. It's so well played. The bit of utility and the follow-up kill is all gorgeous. They know that Frozen, well, they have an inkling that Frozen's rotated through vents, so Chopper's holding for it. Donk's gonna hold Heaven. He's usually like, this is done around. Yeah, it's beautiful. The little distraction on outside in order to get Frozen to rotate is beautiful. I love the second wall being resurrected, and they use it quite often throughout the first half as well. The T side half as well on regulations. So I'm really, really impressed by it. I think this last round kind of just sums up quite nicely how Spirit have really abused this T side against Faze. That AK shot in midair is such BS, by the way, that should never hit. But yeah, Donk abusing Yard. Also, Donk goes into secret here. This is really well played from Donk. So these guys are getting ready to execute onto A. Rain's rotated around into B, which is an unusual one, but they know Brokey is here. So chances are Rain is not there. Donk knows that as long as they don't force anyone to rotate through vents, which they shouldn't do because now Frozen is trained into thinking if I go vents, they're going to go A. They wait for Donk to get round into a position where he's in vents and ready to explode onto A. This is so well played from Spirit. They've got 3 entry points and utility for main. And I assume someone is on the roof ready to line up utility as well. I think it's Chopper. Good attempt from Frozen though. 3k is massive. Yeah, last 2 players come up via vents and they die. So yeah, map 2 is done. Not much else to say there. Map 3. But once again, yeah, the Frozen 3k hold is very well done. Oh, I don't have the correct file. Sorry, do excuse me 1 second. Hope I've saved it. Don't seem to have any map 3 analysis. I do, but it's not sent over. Yeah, sorry, do excuse me for a second. I've got to go and resend something to myself. I just realised I don't know how I'm going to do that. I'll have to do it on something else. Sorry, for some reason I sent my notes over to my phone so I can use it as I'm going along to do the match analysis. However, it would appear that not all of the notes have sent properly. So please do excuse me for a second. Oh, that's not the most up-to-date version. Where has that gone? Oh shit, apologies for the technical guys. Where on earth has that gone? So why is that saved there? Which version is this? Right, that's the correct version, for God's sake. So, for some reason, I've got to resave this. What is going on? It's saved under the OneDrive, rather than saving to the actual folder where I saved the original file. Yeah, why are you saving to personal? Place the existing file. Okay. Okay, sorry. Yeah, that is bizarre. No idea why it's done that. Here we go. Okay, cool. Sorry, guys. Map 3. Here we go. Okay. A couple of things to note going into map 3. There's a couple of things that are really like standout points to move throughout this. So keep an eye on Brokey every single round with the CT AWP in this first half, because once again, so proactive across the map, and you'll notice that his kills just rack up tremendously because of it. Yeah, but never overextends. Brokey is always really good at playing the patience game and backing off where need to. I'm just going to let this pistol round play out, by the way. There's nothing really to note for the first few rounds. It's kind of just your box standard CS. Also keep an eye on Rain's utility. Once again, same with Nuke. Rain's utility on B stairs is phenomenal, and Zontix quite often as the B lurker gets chunked down by 50 HP or 30 HP from Rain's nades and Molotovs, so keep an eye on that. Also, last thing to note is just how good Donk's aim is, even when he's under pressure. There's a couple of rounds where Spirit just looked like it's an unwinnable round, and this is in the first half and second half. And Donk just pulls out the most ridiculous 2 or 3k spray transfer. So it's really massively impressive all across the board. First thing of interest, I'm going to cut through quite a lot of regulation because there's some pretty standard CS rounds here that aren't really anything too crucial to comment on, is round 3. So you'll see with phasers set up here that there are 3 man towards A. But right there, the second Frozen is going to peek is he peeks off of the flashbang, which is beautiful. It's so well played. Yeah, Karrigan's flash just allows Frozen to pop in, and once again, it's never overextending from phase. They never want to give up an Angel. They never want to give a, they never want to play 50-50. They always want to tilt it in their favour before they take the Angel, or they want to be able to trade. And this is the theme of phase throughout all of the games. We'll give an analysis on how to become a level 35 Mafia boss as well. Round 4, nothing interesting to note. So first 4 rounds, the massive thing that FaZe have taken away from this, and Rops in particular because he's the mid player, is that no one has gone aggro in mid. So Rops is going to use this flashed cross, beautiful. So clean, so precise. That flash is gorgeous, by the way. Really difficult to learn and doesn't always work, but Rops here just has so much space and it just puts them on hold. Like, I'll speed up the footage, nothing. No one on Spirit moves. There's now 35 seconds left on the clock. They've got barely any ramp control, and Rops has had all of this mid control this whole time. He's now flanking around behind them, and this is the theme of Vertigo. There is never anyone ready to catch anyone off guard. And I think this is why Zontix gets so dejected, right? Because Zontix is this B-lurk player on T side who's supposed to be catching these rotations off guard. It just never happens. There's always a Karrigan or a Rops flanking. Ooh. Sheer magics. Nice, well played from Brokey. But yeah, 30 seconds on the clock just means that they just lose the time. Also, check this out. You ready? Boom. Spirit have used 2 timeouts within the first 5 rounds, which is ridiculous. There is absolutely, if it's a team on the ropes, it's Spirit. Yeah, once again, round 6, you're about to see. Check it out. It's Rop's aggression, except this time what he's doing is he is allowing rain. You'll see when it cuts over towards B. If it does. Yeah, Zontix is always this B lurker. As you can see, tagged down by Rain's nade already to 54. But yeah, Rops is just opening up so much space on the map for his team. He's allowing Rain to push down, because if Rain dies, Rops is there to trade or there to hold. Rops just playing the really selfless role here, and it's beautiful to see. Brokey's already 10-2, by the way. And you can see Rain with all of this control over B stairs, they just allow 3 people to play into A. Anyway, yeah, Spirit fall through, 6-0, pretty standard. Brokey on 151 ADR and Frozen on 150. This is nice from Spirit, so just a small little push and pull tactic. What they've noticed so far, Spirit, is that they've always had 3 people to walk into on A, which has just meant they've not really had any space to play with on A. So they're using this to their advantage now. They know that there's only going to be 1 player towards this B position, which there isn't. There's actually 2. But by using that A utility, allows them to work their way into this B position. And you'll notice here, keep an eye on Shiro because he's the one with the bomb. B utility, B utility. 2 players push up, right? 2 players get super aggro. Shiro holds off, Shiro goes back. Because meanwhile, Chopper's gone, hey look, A's open. Chopper's got a kill. Nicely done. However, this completely works against Spirit in a minute, because you'll see just how nervous Spirit are and they flummox it. So I'll speed things up. So Carrigan's, oh, bit too far. So Carrigan's on a flank here. Brokey just runs into side to get info because he's low HP. Gets one, Karen and Brokey get the other one, and you just see they just royally miss everything. Chopper has no excuse to miss everything there, and nor does Shiro. It's abysmal. It's really poor showing from Spirit again. But yeah, it's the Spirit nerves are kicking in. 7-0 down already on the last map. When you could be kicked out of the quarterfinals in front of a massive crowd of thousands of people, you will be nervous. I'll cut forwards a bit here. So Spirit worked their way towards this A ramp after faking some stuff on B. And Carrigan, as your player rate, is working his way down B stairs. So Carrigan is going to get his flank on here. And they know, you know, this is a common issue that Spirit have, and I will keep mentioning this because it comes up so frequently. Spirit use all of their utility to get a couple of kills on site, and then have no utility left over for any post plants, or the smokes fade just before they plant the bomb. Like, look at this. Nothing. There's no utility here. There is still utility on Carrigan, double flash, right? And there's also dropped utility around for the CTs. But yeah, Karrigan can take the attention away here by getting a kill, which he does, if I remember rightly. Karrigan onto Chopper. Yep. But yeah, this flanking, this little push and pull tactic that FaZe are using across the map is really impressive. I think FaZe just plays contain here to get exit frags. Oh no, they do let him save. Donk's initiative takes over in this round, and this is absolutely beautiful to see because this player, Donk, is just on another level when it comes to really getting ahead. He plays this really puggy style of CS, and I love it. So Donk has managed to get ahead of this, and they're not aware of it. Rain has absolutely no clue. There's one kill, there's a second one, and Donk's aim is insane, so he's going to hit a third. Donk's initiative means that his team can actually win rounds, because without Donk, they'd be fucked. Spirit would have no hope without this kid just walking through and getting the multi-kills galore. Yeah, and you can see there, Donk is even telling his team, it's like, I'm doing all of this work and no one's helping. I don't speak Russian, but that hand gesture just says it all. Round 10, nothing special to note. Stand around. I don't feel comfortable with this from FaZe, and I think this is one of the rounds that they could put down that which leads to their demise. So I'm going to cut it back for a second here. Take a look at FaZe's economy. Second to last round they're about to go into. Karrigan's got 5.4k, 4.4 on Rain, 4.2, 3, and 3.5. I would maybe buy down to 2k apart from Karrigan, who keeps the money to buy Brokey and Orp in the next round. FaZe's buy is super mega scuffed on a map which requires so much utility, so much firepower. And FaZe do this really weird half buy, but they fully invest. Don't get it. Like, why? Why are you rocking 2 MP9s, an M4A4, a FAMAS, and a Deagle? What are you hoping for? You're not stacking a site. You're going 3A, which has been your default anyway, and Spirit are aware of this, so it's not anything special. It doesn't catch them off guard. Frozen's gone for an early pick, which he's just not got. Not only this, but your economy's fucked. Next round, if you lose this round, that's it. Like, what are you going to do next round? Force blow a load of MP9s and probably lose? But yeah, they just play the trade game, and it leaves FaZe saving an MP9 and a FAMAS. Like, yeah, cool, great. Wow, really great guns you saved there, guys. Yeah, anyway, I'm not in favour of this buy. I think a FAMAS, 2 MP9s and 2 M4s is an abysmal last buy round, or last round buy. Especially when you've got lack of utility on a few players as well. And also like to point out at this point of the game, Zontix is going 0-9, and this is quintessential for something I'm about to bring up in a minute. So Bomb makes its way into A, there's 55 seconds left on the clock. Rain's working its way over so they can play a 2v3. Brokey gets the kill. Up with the one, which is nice considering he was chucking an A half second earlier. Zontix with a good kill. 16 seconds left on the clock, and this is what he does. Zontic runs towards B. Stops to realise he's not going to make it without being forced into getting the plant. Commits to going B after he knows there's no time left on the clock. Zontix's whole downfall throughout this series is god awful to watch, and it's so embarrassing. I also don't want to take anything away from Brokey. The awareness to not chase that man down because you heard the footsteps stop when you know that he has to commit to the B plant or B rush is very impressive from Brokey, and that's nothing to take away from him at all. But Zontix has just been absolutely appalling this whole series. Nuke was a bit of a highlight for him, but the rest of the game has just been awful. And you can see it, he's dejected, he's done. This man has nothing left in the tank. Yeah, T-side pistol is Rops's highlight round. There's a lot of action towards A. Rops does this lurk through mid. Classic Rop stuff. 1 kill, 2 kills, yeah, and they go B. It's beautiful, nicely done from Rops, and I think he gets a third here as well. Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, eco stack. Oh, one thing to note coming into this round is they've done a triple stack here, and they're going to push up into ramp. This is a really difficult position to clear because it's not a common boost. Rain has obviously heard some jumping above him in order to get into this boost position. Look at Rain's awareness on this clear. So good from Rain. Like I said during Nuke, his awareness is unreal, and I think that's Rain's specialty. It's just his game knowledge, I suppose is what it would be called, is super mega impressive. Okay, 15 is nothing, no real spectacle, so we're going to move on to 16. Oh, it's the retake scenario, so it gets down into a 2v2, Donk and Chopper, and Donk has no idea of the positions these guys are playing. Okay, Frozen snuck into this position, Donk's come through CT. Donk's awareness here is unreal, gets the entry frag, and you'll see it on the replay. Donks is so good, he doesn't just get the entry frag, he immediately 180 flicks to prepare for the crossfire that's going to be coming at him. Donk does not falter on the big stage. Zontix crumbled hard, Donk did not. Donk is playing out of his mind. Look at this. Donk comes through, gets the entry kill. Donk obviously being the CT here. So the chances are someone's going to be playing trade here if they're this aggressed far up. So he gets the kill, immediately 180 flicks to try and counter the guy who's pushing behind the generator, and he is ready for it. Also, the casters note this as well. There is a moment here that comes up where Rops, you'll see there, keeps missing this molly, and it happens multiple times throughout this game, and it's quite embarrassing. Yeah, Rops just not looking too massively in form at the moment, but I think he's taken a lot of the roles that Twist played within the team, and I think that Frozen is starting to take over a bit more of that star player role that Rops had. Rops absolutely recovers this round though. He's left in a 1v2 clutch, and it's really well played. So I'll explain the scenario as it goes on. Carrigan gets 2 kills, gets a third one, dies. Nice work from Carrigan. So they tap the bomb there. Rops isn't peeking because he's this aware of the fact that they're all, you know, they're all relatively newer players to a big stage. They're not going to have the pressure, like, they're not going to have the balls to stick it. Oh, and Rops still clears it. It's so well played from Rops. What an absolute recovery. And we're going to round 18. So Spirit are completely on the back foot here. It's 5-12. They live a single round. They've lost the entire map. They're on a weaker buy. They go 2 for 2 on ramp. Donk gets cleared. Magix and Chopper do massive damage here from 2 MP9s, and it's super mega impressive. And this Chopper in the 1v1, his awareness is amazing. So Magix gets a kill. They know he's here, and they know he's here. They know he's here, and he knows that they know. Chopper doesn't reload. Doesn't peek upon the fake that Rops has just done down. Rops has just faked planted the bomb. And then this time, he sticks it. Chopper is so hyper aware of the fact that they just could not have gone back to ramp, so he knows he has to be pushed here, and he clears it so beautifully. So well played from Chopper. I'm going to cut forwards a bit here because there's not really too much to note in the next few rounds. Rest of the half are just standard CT rounds. There's a couple of really cool clutches here and there. I think there's a 2v1 against Brokey that Brokey almost wins. This is the Zontix recovery round, round 22. So the B pressure is coming in from Faze. Zontix has, this is not Zontix on the Faze cam, this is Zontix. Zontix has pushed up A ramp to get information about the fact that A ramp's clear, so all of the A ramp players can now rotate round. Which is amazing because it means that Spirit can be fully ready for this B income. Or this incoming B attack. Zontix gets the kill, smokes off the angle. Yeah, it's such a beautiful recovery round from Zontix, and I think it's one of his best rounds in the entire game. The initiative to push in that scenario is incredible. He's not heard any resistance, and they know that he's going to set up towards B, so now they're ready for mid and B. Magix gets a little bit lucky with not dying there. Good work from Donk. Donk gets another kill, of course, because classic Donk. The next round where anything actually super mega impressive happens. So Spirit type back, they come into overtime. And we'll take a look at overtime here. So first round standard, nothing really happens. Magix with a nice shot through the smoke. Magix's awareness in the second half with CT smokes and shooting through them at the correct time is very, very good. I will give him absolute credit for that. He's obviously played Squeaky on Nuke quite a lot because that's something that you've got to be able to do on Nuke, and especially in Squeaky, is get your angles lined up correctly and be able to shoot through smokes with correct timing. So clearly he's very good at that position because his initiative to take these shots through smokes at the correct time is amazing. Shiro misses way too many shots here. The first shot is great, doesn't get based out, doesn't shoot too early. Shiro's AWP play there completely causes, what he's about to do here completely causes Spirit to lose this round because both A players peek off of the back of his shot in order to trade the kill, or in order to try and trade into the shot, and both of them die. Chopper is trying to take the awareness, which is a bit of a weird swing. Kind of expects Rain to be holding that. And this second shot here is immediately followed up by Zontix, who also dies. Now FaZe know that A is open. So it's really quite some shame that Shiro misses so many shots here. I think he misses another one as well on the guys that are pushing up towards A. There's another miss. Yeah, Shiro just did not have a round of it here, missed every single shot that came his way. And is the reason they lost this round. As we come up towards the end of the game here. Oh, hello. We're going to be put into a post-plant situation on... No, we're not, sorry. We're going to be put into a situation where... Yeah, it is post-plant. Zontix is on a 1v2. I'll cut forwards a bit. Yeah, so Zontix here. Ops is planting. He knows bomb has been planted now. What is it? He just falters. Look at this. So slow. Already 10 seconds gone. No initiative. He needs to go for it. Grab the kit. Maybe go Guardian. Nope. Just going to slow walk around CT. 20 seconds already gone. Not a thing I can do. I haven't seen anyone yet. Still not taking any initiative. Clearing angles but not really doing anything. And I'm dead. Zontix is just... takes way too long to get anywhere near sight, and it's just embarrassing. And surprise, surprise, round 28. Guess what happens? Oh no. I wonder who's going to be in the 1v2 clutch. I've got 20 seconds left. I better not crouch my way all the way up into short and slowly clear every angle really slowly and then force myself to have to plant because there's only 7 seconds left on the timer. I'm not even going to plant, I'm just going to fake it and let myself die. What is Zontix doing? It's so awful. Please go to the face cam of Zontix because it is just embarrassing. And he just has no effort at all. You go to his face cam and he's not showing any emotion. He's just looking really dejected, sitting back in his chair, his head in his hands, doing nothing. No words, no talking. Yeah. Crumbling under pressure, Zontix throughout this whole game. Embarrassing. We do get a classic return to form for Spirit during this because keep an eye on their utility this round. A lot of it's already gone up. And just see here. So Spirit, once again, this classic. We've got 45 seconds left on the clock. Let's finally push towards sight. Chuck all of their utility. There is one smoke and a nade left, which is going to get chucked most likely. Just taking our time to get to sight. Don't worry, guys. It could be any time. I mean, I know it's a 4v2, but still. Bomb's gone down. There is no utility anymore covering the site. That's it. Shira's just out in the open. And this happens so often, and it's really embarrassing from Spirit because they're just not working together at all to push the site. Everyone's going very slowly. Everyone's playing like there's 3 minutes on the clock and there just isn't. 1v1 clutch from Zontix, but he does pull it out of the bag, to be fair. And, well, surely Spirit can't lose now. Surely they've been smart enough to save some of the utility so they can actually get into a fucking post-plant situation. And I swear to put emphasis on the fact that Spirit have just left themselves nothing. Donk's gone down, there's no entry, no one's taking any initiative to do anything here. We're just going to wait for smokes to fade, at which point our smokes have faded. We've got no utility left. There is a molly and a nade. There's no smokes. If this smoke fades in a 4v3, all they have to do is stop the planter. There's no utility. And Zontix, once again, refuses to go Guardian. He hears the guy going towards B because they know that they're rotating, but he doesn't do anything about it. And then just rain plays the 1v2 because he knows exactly where they both are. It is really embarrassing. Spirit fall on their own sword here of having no utility in late rounds. I don't know what they're doing. They wait until 45 seconds is left on the clock and then somehow manage to use all of their utility. And then leaving them with 20 seconds to plant the bomb when there's no smokes up. Like, what is this? Vertigo is such a massive downfall to Spirit, and it's hugely embarrassing how awful they played this. Like, yeah, shocking. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. That's my summary of the whole situation between these two teams, and of course I've had another advert, even though all I did was go back 5 seconds in the video. If you've enjoyed, please feel free to like. If you enjoyed the major and have anything that you want me to analyse or look into, that you have any questions about, feel free to suggest it in the comments section. I'm more than happy to analyse what I can. Yeah, if you're looking forward to anything in the future, stick around, make sure to subscribe. Make sure to go and follow on Twitch to watch these live, but more often than not, the best thing comes out on YouTube, so feel free to watch it there as well. I've been Brody, analysing the match between Faze and Spirit, and my words are really losing me at this point, so I'm just going to end this very shortly before I completely say the wrong thing. But yes, this was how Faze slaughtered the Spirit Dragon, because, my god, was it abysmal from Spirit in places, and people like Zontix just fell flat on their face. Shiro showing cracky under pressure. I think the only person who was consistent on this team throughout the whole competition was Donk, so hats off to him, especially at his age, for showing such initiative and playing so well. And commiserations to the rest of them who played awfully. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next stream.